These are my 14 tips on Stardew Valley Expanded. There are a lot of big spoilers in this video, so don't watch it if that's something you want to avoid. Tip 1 is to really think about what kind of farm you want to go for. I usually go for Immersive Farm 2 Remastered, that's one of the Stardew Valley Expanded farms. Or you could play with Grandpa's farm, that's the other one. You could also play with any of the vanilla farms, or even look online for some modded maps. Tip 2 is to go to your Stardew Valley Expanded mod folder, go into the configuration files, and just have a look at all the things that you can change in the mod. You can turn on balanced crafting, harder building instructions, stronger monsters. You can change a little bit of the appearance of the town and of the people. You can turn on mature events, which just has a darker theme to them, things including depression and stuff like that. So if you're comfortable with that, you can turn that on. Tip 3 is to really think about whether you want to go with the community centre or the Jojo Mart, as both of these now have much bigger consequences for whatever one you pick, and there are some characters that will either leave town or not show up depending on which one you go for. Speaking of the Jojo Mart, seeds are actually cheaper here than they are at Pierre's store. Not that much cheaper, but as you can see, it's just a little bit and it will definitely help you out at the start of the game. Tip 5 is to right away, you can go down into Forest West, and just at the bottom next to the water, you can find the Forest Sword, which is just a little bit better than the one that you'll get when you first go into the mines. And along with that, you'll find a few artifacts which you can right away give to Gunther and get some extra seed money. This sword is also really good if you have monsters enabled on your farm and don't want to have to fight them off with your scythe. Number 6 is to make sure you collect all the resources you'll need for Grandpa's shed. This will either be on your farm if you have Immersive Farm 2 Remastered or Grandpa's farm, otherwise it'll be just under the bus stop right outside of your farm. You'll need 20 batteries, 50 iron bars, 600 stone and 150 hardwood. Tip 7. Stardew Valley Expanded has two options for getting into the sewers. You can either go the usual way and donate all those items to Gunther, or you can get to the bottom of the mine and have 2 hearts with Marlon, which depending on how fast you mine, seems like a much faster option. Tip 8 is very much a late game tip. You can go into the Lost Woods after you complete the community center and purchase for 1,200 gold jade. You can take this every Sunday to the desert trader and trade it for 1 staircase. You can use these to get very deep into Skull Cavern, or you could put them into a deconstructor and get 99 stone all for 1,200 gold instead of 10,000 you would need at Robin's. This is also very much a late game tip. For 28,000 gold you can buy from Sophia aged Blue Moon wine, which has +7 luck. You can stack this with a spicy eel for an extra 1 luck and 1 speed, and use this in Skull Cavern to get lots of iridium and lots of treasure rooms. Tip 10. After you've met the bear in the secret woods, he will open up a shop selling oak resin, maple syrup, pine tar, seeds, fiber, and some forageable items. This shop is particularly good in the late game when you've got lots of money and don't want to have to wait around for your tree tappers. Tip 11 is to always go for Susan's 50 quality fertilizer special request, as the reward for this is that pale ale, beer, and meat are all worth 50% more, making pale ale one of the very best things that you can make and sell on your farm. Speaking of Susan, this next tip is to befriend her and get to 10 hearts as soon as you possibly can, as she will give you a cutscene where she will teach you how to craft casks, kegs, and preserved jars with much less resources. If you like having Claire around, make sure you get to at least 6 hearts with her before you complete the community center, otherwise she will not return to Stardew Valley until you have completed the movie theater. And finally, tip 14, if you want to collect lots of radioactive ores and bars but don't want to go into the dangerous mines, you can go down into the sewers with level 10 fishing, catch a radioactive bass and put it in a fish pond, and every day you'll have a chance at getting iridium ore and iridium bars.